Escaping the shadow of depression, a young man, Ryo, walks through a quiet, misty forest at dusk. His clothes are dusty, his posture slouched as if carrying an invisible weight. He stops by a shallow pond. Looking at his reflection, his tired eyes, the sadness in his face. Behind him, his shadow stretches long and distorted in the fading light. An old Zen master sits on a rock nearby, watching the sky. A small incense burner smolders beside him, thin trails of smoke twisting into the air. He notices Ryo and speaks gently. "Master, you walk as if the earth itself is pulling you down." Ryo, without looking up: "No matter where I go, sadness follows me, like my shadow. I cannot escape it." The master picks up a dried leaf and lets it fall into the pond. It floats, spinning softly on the water's surface. "Master, then come, let us see if that is true." The master leads Ryo up a narrow mountain path. The sky is turning deep purple, the first stars beginning to appear. As they walk, Ryo notices his shadow flickering along the ground, growing longer, then shorter as the path twists. "Master, try to outrun it." Ryo frowns but obeys. He quickens his pace, then begins to run. His shadow stretches and jumps with him, always there. He stops, panting, frustrated. "Ryo, it's useless. No matter how fast I run, my shadow is still with me." Master nodding. "Now, try something different. Instead of running from it, turn and face it." Ryo hesitates, then slowly turns around. His shadow now falls behind him, cast by the light of the rising moon. He stares at it silent, still. It no longer seems like something chasing him, just something that is. The master smiles and steps forward. He moves toward the edge of the path where the view opens up, revealing a breathtaking sight. The golden glow of a distant village, lanterns flickering like stars. A river winds through it, reflecting the moon. The warmth of life. "Master, when you run from your sadness, it grows larger. When you turn and face it, you see it for what it is." Ryo whispering, "Just a shadow." "Master, yes, but now, look there." He points toward the village. "Walk toward the light, and tell me what happens." Ryo steps forward. With each step, his shadow shrinks. As he walks, the glow of the village grows closer, the sounds of distant voices and flowing water reaching his ears. His shadow is still there, but it no longer leads him. It follows quietly behind. Later that night, Ryo sits by a lantern-lit bridge in the village, listening to the gentle murmur of the river. The world is still the same, but something inside him feels lighter. He looks down at his shadow, flickering in the lantern's glow, and smiles faintly. "Ryo, sadness may walk beside me, but it does not have to lead me. I will walk toward the light. Your shadow is only dark because there is light behind you. Keep walking forward."